Would you humor me? Your life differently.
My name is Atriox, and I am the last face you will ever see.
Building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 7. Protocol accepted. Breach detected. Breach detected.
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi? Hi. And show Daddy how big you are. Can you say? So big. Good. And can you sing?
Mary had a
Good singing. How about I miss you?
I miss you.
And I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
And good. And can you say, I can't wait to see you again?
I can't wait to see you again.
Okay, now say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Signal detected. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation. Friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear me? This is UNSC. Looks like the main power cells are fried. Armor shut down. Triggering survival mode. I'm going to try to overwrite. Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't. Yes! 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 We're going home! Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit. I'm seeing a fault on the calibration matrix. At least I think it's a calibration matrix. Okay, follow the light. Look up. Now let's look down. That seems fine. Let's try right. And now left. Your visor feed and motor function seem to be operational. But it looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Try moving it. Stay calm. You've been out there a while. I know I saw something in here to check the diagnostics on your armor. Whoa, easy there, big guy. You're not...
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief. We lost. Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here. I don't even know where here is. No. Not then! Not again! We need to run!
I need a weapon.
Weapon? This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
Improvise. Close the door.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here. Against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
Oh, so I see. No. They're powering up a stasis beam. We can't escape.
You work on the batteries. I'll buy us some time.
He led the attack on the Infinity. He was looking for something.
Down our lives to protect our
He killed everyone.
I know. We met.
Dropships. An invasion force. How do we stand a chance against all this? The Banished won already. We could be the only two humans left alive out here.
Then there's still hope.
stand victorious. Patriarchs, hear these words. Even from beyond this life, your will is served. Your forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control. Humanity will cower before your legacy. They will burn. Their praise and defiance will be all but a memory.
We have a new problem.
We? We need to get out of here.
I'm working on it.
Work faster. These Pelicans nearly on board and the power's still out. Don't let them get me.
It's locked down. Requires a hack.
Okay. And you can do that?
No. New plan. Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship? With us in it? I'm going to die here.
There are cooling pipes running towards the main engines.
So?
I'm gonna warm things up.
Report. The Spartan. No. Something better. The Master Chief returns. We thought you dead, tossed into the void. Yet here you stand. Humans call you their savior. Covenant, demon, the banished. Pray. Destroy this craft if you must. It matters not. The banished will hunt you down, pursue you wherever you run.
Who is that? Do you know him?
No.
Well, he knows you. He knows all about you. You need to hurry and get back here. I don't know how long this ship will hold together. Still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, give me a second. I'm coming to get you. Welcome back, Chief. Okay, let's get out of here.
Locate UNSC Infinity.
UNSC Infinity. Class Supercarrier. Crew size 7,150. Not found.
Near field perimeter scan.
1,986. UNSC tags detected.
Status.
Deceased.
The Master Chief lives? Atriox assured us of his death. Are you not angered?
No. I feel invigorated.
You promised us revenge, superiority, renewal. He threatens everything.
Do you question my leadership? Atriox's vision.
Atriox is dead. It is his fault that we are stuck here.
The Banished will never bow to anyone again. Not the Covenant. Not the Prophets. Not her. This ring will be operational.
Please.
Then you will have your revenge. Blade Master. Follow Spartan from a distance. I want to know everything about him.
Accept.
Encrypted message found.
Read.
Attempting decryption. Decryption failed.
Locate message source.
Triangulation in progress. Triangulation in progress.
We're done, right, Chief? If we stay out here any longer, they're gonna come back. They'll find us, and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Match found. Signal located. Waypoint uploaded.
There's nothing there. You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Plot the waypoint.
Requesting manual flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The Banished plan to wipe us out. All of us.
Then what? You think we can stop them on our own? I told you. We lost. We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity, whatever the cost.
I can't be the only...
Entering atmosphere. Autopilot disengaging in 5.
We have a new mission, soldier.
4.
What is it? What's down there?
3.
A weapon.
2.
A weapon?
1.
How many guns do you need? What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick up a Spartan. This is a terrible idea. They're coming for us. All of them. What are those things? This is Forerunner, right? I've heard the stories, but man, this is crazier than I imagined. How do you know this isn't a trap?
I don't.
Great. I hope this weapon of yours is worth the risk. I'm reading multiple enemy ships heading this way. Too many. We're running out of...
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay, then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good. My programming failed. I'm not supposed to be here. You need to delete me.
No.
No. I was created for one purpose, and that purpose is no longer needed. My mission is over.
We have a new one. The Banished are planning to fire this ring. We need to make sure they don't.
First of all, what's a Banished? Second, you may have noticed that a significant piece of this installation has been damaged, making that impossible. And third, to fire this ring, they would need an activation index. Cortana had the index. I had parts of it as well.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions change. They always do.
Are you sure?
Did you do that?
No. Removing me triggered a response from the ring.
I need you to understand. There's not much time.
If you knew how you were going to die,
If you knew how you were going to die,
how would you live your life differently?
how would you live your life differently?
That voice. It's Cortana's.
No, it's not her. Just dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power. It's all around us.
Today, I was called an emotionless automaton. They saw faces. 75 healthy subjects, handpicked by me, perfect for the program. They will not all survive. I understand that and have made peace with it. Mostly. There is one subject that I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming. He has been assigned a number. 117.
There's something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
With another AI.
Hurry with another AI.
Maybe even another Cortana model if I'll select them.
You know that, right?
Right.
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes. It's safe. This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me. It was the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just...
You are here because you were chosen. Our enemies are getting smarter and more numerous every day. What I am about to show you will help turn the tide of war. I have been working to harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Unlike previous AI models, she will reside between your mind and the suit. directly communicating with your neural interface. Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions and upgrade your reconnaissance. She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Together you become our newfound hope. Together, you become our key to humanity's survival. She will do anything necessary to make sure that your mission is accomplished, even if that means sacrificing herself, or you, to accomplish it.
What happened? I touched it and...
Was that real?
It's just data. It's just here. Clusters of recursive code. But this, on the other hand, this is the framework I used to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What should we do with it?
Do we need it?
Well, based on what you've told me so far, the bigger question is, do the Banished need it?
Do it.
Let's go.
Did I miss something? There's a file that's been unlocked, but I don't have access.
We need a route out of here.
Okay, let's see. There's a breach close by. It should lead us to the surface. Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge activated. We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead. Wow, you got here fast. Not the type to waste any time, huh?
No.
Noted. Let's go.
The yearning amplified at last.
Chief, stop. How is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened. She was carrying an enhanced shield module. Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing. This is Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist. Her vitals have been offline for nearly a month. Cause of death was an energy blade, but different, stronger. A single strike. She never saw it coming.
What are these things?
Genetic repositories, Forerunner storage vessels. Silexes.
How do you know this?
I was stuck in that room for... That should do it. Let's get back to the elevator. This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as Banished.
Can you operate it?
In my sleep? Not that I sleep, but... Oh! I don't need to. It's already on its way down.
Incoming.
But What if it's a friend?
It isn't.
Escharum orders are that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces.
You were right. He was not friendly. By the looks of him, he was some sort of leader. They called him Tremonius.
Not anymore.
That's almost funny. Another Silex. But this one's open. What do you think was in it?
Another problem.
Why so cynical? It might be something good.
Trust me, it won't be.
Just give me a second. I should be able to get control from here.
So Tremonius has fallen, a victim of the Master Chief's might. Do not fool yourself. He was not the best of the Banished, not by any measure. It occurs to me that we have not been introduced. I, of course, know of you, Spartan. Your legend, the fear you inspire is admirable. The hope you stir in the hearts of your kind. Misplaced. I want you to know my name too. To know my legend. How else will you beg me for mercy? I am Escharum, War Chief of the Banished. This is my world now. And you have little time remaining in it.
Look at this place. It's so... full of more monsters coming to kill us. Let me see. The Banished are using a modification of the Covenant's BattleNet protocol. Pretty easy to push through, and done. I've removed this location from their system. We're safe here.
LZ secure.
Solid ground. As good as this feels. Please tell me we can go. Did you find the weapon you were looking for? Can we go?
Hi.
What the? Cortana. But she... This is all her fault.
It isn't Cortana. Tell him.
But it's classified.
Permission granted.
I was created by Dr. Catherine Halsey to mimic this installation's security to trap Cortana for deletion. I was successful.
Cortana's no longer a threat. And now she's going to help us stop the Banished.
Of course she is.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a Banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Yes. Yes, you should listen to her. You're gonna get us all killed.
Oh, this is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Really? One person with a death wish wasn't enough?
No, I was just figuring what I'm supposed to... Wait. I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers from here. Here is the distress signal's point of origin. This is our current location. This was, until 2 minutes ago, a Banished forward operating base. I say was because now it's ours.
Chief, what is she talking about?
Now, here's the cool part. There are more UNSC forward operating bases that have fallen into Banished hands. Well, pause. They have pause. Each one is associated with a territory. Here is the location of the UNSC signal I've been tracking, and here are 2 more fobs.
Mark it. Let's go.
Let's go. What? There?
Siempre hay algo contigo. Déjame en paz, por favor.
Ready and waiting, Chief. Get on board and we can leave.
To lock down Cortana, but I don't know why. What did she do that was so wrong?
She was our target.
I understand that, but... is this classified? Because I don't have all the information.
Chief, this is insane! I see Banished everywhere! Did you hear me? Everywhere!
What intel did Dr. Halsey give you before your mission?
Halsey only tells people what they need to know.
Fly Pelican straight into enemy territory. No one will ever notice. Great idea, big guy.
I still don't understand why you had to delete her. It feels like something's missing.
Guess what? They noticed. They all noticed. And we've got a Banished structure up ahead. Armored. Very heavily armored.
It'll have to wait, I suppose.
How close can you get us?
How close? We're unarmed, and you're asking me how close?
Put us down here.
Here? We're still doing this. Hope this works, because it's as good as it's gonna get.
It's close enough.
It better be. I'm getting out of...
We're close to the UNSC signal's origin.
Source.
Unclear. There's just too much chatter on all Banished channels. I keep hearing the tower. It's probably the main structure we saw as we flew in. You made short work of that, huh? Now to business. Let's lock down Fob Golf.
This is Lasky to all hands. The Infinity has been compromised. All remaining crew should immediately evacuate and make for the surface.
What? Already?
Another breach port side. Banished are pouring in faster than we can keep up. What's the move, Spartan?
You heard the captain. We're falling back to Hangar Bay and getting off this ship.
Heading for the ring surface with the Banished all over us?
Do you think you're safer here? Pick up the wounded. The Infinity's lost. We are not.
Let me see. Yes, I was right. All I need to do is chat with the Banished security protocol. And by chat, I mean push it out of the way because it is really not smart. And there. We now have ourselves a second fob.
Was that you?
Affirmative.
So what, you're going to just rebuild the UNSC? Piece by piece?
That's his call. I'm just trying to be helpful. Speaking of which, each fob seems to be linked to the BattleNet. And if I do this, we can piece together what the Banished are up to. For instance, over here is some kind of Banished outpost.
Purpose?
Unclear, but it's well defended, so it's definitely worth looking into and blowing up. And here is what I can only describe as someone that the Banished value highly.
Noted.
His bio is interesting. If you want to see for yourself, it's waiting for you in the database. They're tracking UNSC transponders too. Caches containing valuable equipment and intel. Oh no, it looks like there are multiple UNSC squads engaged in trying to survive. They need your help, Chief.
How many now?
16 systems shut down so far. Seemingly random locations. I'm attempting to lock her and the others out of the main...
You will not be able to stop her. She knows more about how this all works than, well, anyone.
Dr. Halsey.
John.
What's the plan?
The plan? Right now, we are in survival mode, again. Cortana's message has spread across the galaxy. Most sentient AI are siding with her.
Against us?
Yes. But maybe not you. Tell me, John, what was the last thing she said to you?
She said, goodbye.
Goodbye. That word has stayed with me. It has been nearly 4 months since Cortana's attack. Since that day, we have been constantly moving, trying to stay one step ahead of her. Any plan we make is risky, to say the least. This one... goodbye. She needs to be destroyed. As I say these words out loud, as I formulate the plan, I have one question. Can John do this? Can we all rely on him to do what is needed? To kill his friend?
We're coming up on reach, Dr. Halsey.
And Blue Team?
Ready. You coming to say goodbye?
No. Tell Master Chief to report to me when he has completed his mission.
We're coming up on that outpost we learned about at the FOB. Looks like some kind of salvage operation. What's our move?
Shut it down.
Ransom Keep is officially offline. We did it, Chief. Well, you did it.
Attention Banished. We've received reports of a squad of humans sheltering in Sector E3. You know what to do.
Ready when you are. Climbing aboard! Suck it, physics! Do that again, team!
Oh yeah, feel...
I guess Tower was a more than appropriate name. Look at that place. The signal's coming from within that main structure. Somewhere up top. We're gonna need to find a way in. Chief, more Spartan armor, and the source of the distress signal. A deployable threat sensor. It appears to lock onto and highlight any targets in range. Could be useful. This armor belonged to a Spartan named Hudson Griffin. Sensor logs suggest he was alive when the armor was removed. Forcibly. It's a long shot, but he might still be alive.
You have overreached, Demon. This is not a place to come by choice. I await you eagerly. Escharum was correct. So easy. A signal, a lure, and the Master Chief comes by. I wish only that I'd have time to enjoy you. Time to learn your secrets. Peel back your visage and expose your weakness.
Oh no, Spartan Griffin. He's still alive.
We need to get him out of there. Where's Chak?
Unknown.
Welcome to my tower, Master Chief. It is where you will be broken. It is where you will give up your secrets. See you soon.
We need to get him out of that machine.
Shut this thing down.
Working on it. Okay. Be ready. I'm going to cut him loose.
It's you. You're alive. Chief. The Banished. I tried to stop them. I tried to...
Easy. You're safe now.
The Banished, they have something they call the Conservatory. That's all I know. It's picked up north of here. Dig site. I couldn't stop them. But you can. You have to.
Consider it done.
That's good. Good. The others, the Spartans. Did you?
I'll find them.
Echo 216, all channels. Can you hear me? I repeat, can you hear me?
Chief?
Big guy, your motion tracker isn't moving. Ah, come on, give me anything.
Chief,
Respond, please! Did you find the source of the signal? Whatever's down there either has to come with us or be left behind. Can you hear me?
A dig site on the ring? This conservatory must be some sort of Forerunner installation. What do you suppose they're after?
It's time to go.
This should be impossible. Forerunner alloy is almost indestructible. What do you think they... Chief! I guess we need to deal with that mining laser. pylons. Take them out.
And that's 2.
Now let's head back up and deal with the laser.
Spartan's not so tough, I think. Break open easy. Soft inside.
Chief?
I see him.
Damn you!
Didn't think we were gonna make it back there. Let's deal with the laser. You've done your part, now for mine. Watch this.
Is there a problem?
Of course not. Let's see what's down there. That laser was modified very recently to cut into the ring.
Modified? By who?
Definitely not by Bassus back there. The formula is very sophisticated. Whoever made the change, they didn't just modify the Forerunner architecture, they improved it. Oh, and there are a lot of Banished in the Conservatory. They've been down there for days. We are walking into another trap.
And you left that till last?
Are you scared?
No. You?
Of course not. I've got you to keep me alive. Oh, and 63 millimeters of titanium alloy wrapped around our neural interface. I'll be fine.
Good to know.
I wonder what the Banished are looking for down here.
Let's go find out.
Another Spartan. Get me close. A drop wall module, deployable cover, resilient but temporary. Scan complete. This is Spartan Vedrana Makovich. Armor's been offline for 13 days. Cause of death is...
What?
An enhanced energy blade, same as Spartan stone. There's a pattern emerging. Chief, who's doing this?
We're going to find out. Open it.
Help me! This installation, the Harbinger, exile was absolute. How did she return? It's impossible. This cannot be. I need to go back. Find out what happened.
We should help her.
Maybe.
No, she's correct. I request your assistance.
Who are you? What's your name?
I am Despondent Pyre, monitor of this installation, and this is my conservatory. My conservatory. This is not right. Perhaps you would... Oh no!
Let's go.
Where?
Down there.
What were those flying things?
New. Dangerous.
And Despondent Pyre?
New. Potentially dangerous.
See, you can be optimistic. Wait, listen.
Please, do not do this. It cannot happen. It is wrong. must not be compromised.
You do not understand what you're hiding, what you are, what compromise means.
I will not relinquish to you the location. The Endless can never return.
We are blameless. The Forerunners set this in motion. I am ending it.
Oh no, we're too late! Something awful happened here. Plug me in. We'll figure this out.
I want.
Alas, I do, Cortana, and my mind has not been changed. This installation's weapons may be yours, but its secrets are not. It's protected. The containment facility in particular.
Containment? The Flood? Why would I... You and I both know that there are worse things than the Flood within this ring.
No. There's no way you could know.
So you've come for me at last. Why are you doing this, John? Why don't you understand?
The seal must not be broken. The punished cannot be freed. This can never be negotiated. There is no other choice.
Reconsider.
The consequences of your request.
Back to your conservatory, monitor. What does that mean? What could be worse than the Flood?
Nothing good. Find us a way out.
On it. Remember when you said new and dangerous?
Uh-huh.
You were right. Where are all these skimmers coming from?
Is that what we're calling them?
Well, I was also considering flying octopus monkeys.
Skimmers it is, then.
Rewritten, altered using a Forerunner routine.
What happened back there?
When I interfaced with the cradle, it unlocked something. Something important. Cortana was here 6 months ago. I could feel what she felt when you arrived. It was joy, fear, and pain. Chief, is that another... Something big went down in here.
Spartans don't go quietly.
I've noticed. A thruster module. Evasive maneuvers on demand. Now then, who are you? Scan complete. Spartan Theodore Sorel, special weapons expert. Died 13 days ago, like Makovich.
The assassin?
Brutes. More than one. Whoever they are, they're proficient, well-trained.
We've got a score to settle.
This elevator, it's taking us back to the surface. It doesn't make sense. Why come all the way down here just to kill the Monitor?
The Monitor's purpose is to protect the ring.
So why kill her?
No idea.
Show yourself. I know you have been following me. We are not enemies.
Despondent Pyre.
She had something I required. I know of you, Reclaimer. But hear this. You are not the future.
You okay, Chief? I'm trying to get the armor unlocked.
Try harder.
The Forerunner's lies are at an end. I am the harbinger of the truth. The Endless will be found. They will ascend.
Now would be good.
I know. 3.
The Reformation begins.
2, 1, go!
It's okay. You saved us both. That structure.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
No.
The Harbinger said the Endless will be found. Maybe they're inside that thing.
Only one way to find out.
The protocol's not banished in Origin. It's sturdier than I expected.
Problem?
No problem. We're in. Wow. This place is exactly what you'd expect.
What does it do?
Unknown. Find me somewhere to plug in and I'll try to find out. There we go. Plug me in over there. Interesting. This structure has been activated using a protocol that's far older than anything I've ever seen. It knows we're here.
Welcome. Oh, hello. I am Adjutant Resolution, sub-monitor of this installation. Loyal servant of Despondent Pyre, who must be indisposed if I have been activated. Have you seen her?
Kinda. Do you want to tell him?
Tell me what?
The monitor is gone.
Gone? Gone?
But it wasn't us.
Are you sure?
Of course, it wasn't us.
Good. Good. I was worried you were perhaps unfriendly. As you can see, this spire has been successfully deployed. This way. I presume you wish to see the observation platform? I was created by Despondent Pyre as a friend, not a replacement. Strange times.
Get me to that terminal. Oh, that's not so bad. The structure's purpose is simple. Rebuild the ring. Well, more specifically, create the materials needed to repair it.
Not gonna happen.
Why? It's such a beautiful... Oh, the Banished. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. There's so much to learn here.
Shut it down. Permanently.
No! What are you doing? This is not acceptable. You were supposed to be friendly.
Glad that's over. Now get me to that plinth. I'll crack this spire wide open.
I have good news and bad news.
How many?
Okay, straight to the bad news. A lot. I count 10 spires, more being deployed all the time.
Active?
No, not yet at least. They appear to be waiting for an initialization sequence. Something is flooding the network, trying to start it, but there's resistance.
Why?
The protocol that triggered all this wasn't exactly correct. It worked. Well, it started the process. There's more bad news. I can't shut it down exactly. But I can remove it from the network. Of course, I can find the source of the attack. I just need to...
Wait. Is it safe?
Come on. It's me. An infiltration program designed... Oops, I think she knows I'm...
How are you doing this? Disconnect.
Give me 1 second to get it...
Now.
It's done. Why don't you trust me?
What was that?
Maybe taking it offline wasn't such a great idea. We need to go. Like now.
Immediate extraction. My location.
Oh god. It was you, wasn't it?
Now.
I'm coming.
Open up. Go. Upload the Spire locations.
All of them?
All of them.
Coordinates received.
It looks like someone has marked 42 new locations, which would be crazy, right?
This one?
It was the source of the attack.
Attack?
What's she talking about, Chief? Is everyone trying to kill you?
It kinda seems like it. Oh, wait. You're being sarcastic. He's fun, I like him.
Am I dead already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right? Yep, this is death. No! This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief. No. You! I can't stand this! Who you are.
Breathe.
No! You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything! We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh. Please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
Plug me in and I'll take care of the cannon. They call this security, please. Hold tight. I'll handle it.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Thank you. Chief?
That word, auditorium, what is it?
I was hoping you'd know the answer to that one. I'm new, remember? Okay, I'm done here. I exposed the gun's generator. Good. Let's get out of here before the fireworks start.
The Banished are mobilizing in a big way. Clock's ticking, Chief. How much longer?
1 gun down. 2 more to go.
We are running out of time.
The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal.
Rebuild the ring.
But why?
Maybe they want to go home too.
I'm on it. The lockdown's probably going to trigger again, but don't worry, we'll be out of here in...
How many Spartans remain? Do you even know? There would have been 50 at Laconia Station, maybe more. Such loss. Do you feel it in your heart? Does it leave a hole? Atriox was my finest recruit. He understood sacrifice and when one is necessary. I honor his memory each day. When our enemy rises, we meet their challenge. It is why I created the Hand of Atriox. I found the best, the cruelest, the most efficient killers in the universe, and taught them how to be better. My Spartan killers are coming for you. It is your time to rise.
Spartan killers? Really? Everyone is trying to kill you. I'm done here. Now it's your turn. On UNSC channels. Comm signature belongs to a Spartan Theodore Sorel, the one we found. Dead.
Put it through.
Spartan. I know you can hear me. Will you die with honor? I doubt it. You are human. Weak. Pathetic. I will crack your armor, peel you from your shell. It will not be my first Spartan blood, but it will be the sweetest.
They're sending a Spartan killer? Chief, this is crazy. This is crazy. We gotta get out of here. We've gotta move.
Not yet. Hold position.
When this goes bad, it's on you, Chief. Remember that.
There we go. Last gun open.
Let's go fire it.
So, let me get this straight. It's okay for you to make jokes.
Correct.
Last one. And cue the lockdown. Huh. No Escharum? I'm almost disappointed. Almost. All set. Let's get back to the Pelican. We did it!
Message across all Banished frequencies. The first part is Hand of Atriox.
And then what?
Deploy.
Chief, where are you?
Hold position. We're on our way.
I'm sorry, Chief. I can't stay.
I've lost his signal. If the Spartan killers find him...
That won't happen.
How can you be sure?
Because they'll need to go through me first.
Chief, we've got... well, a lot. See that chopper? I guess that's one of the Spartan killers. And there's the other one. Up there, in the wreckage. You need to stop them.
Bring him down! Me, Spartan!
That's one down, but it looks like we've got more company coming in.
I'm finishing this now!
easy, was it? What if Escharum sends more?
Let him. Echo 216.
Nothing. But I think I can... Yes.
It's not up for debate. Panago, Malik, Sarkar, and me. That's the roster.
For an assassination op? Decided by drawing straws. No, Griffin. We need you here at the Reverie. The Marines need a leader. We all do.
The decision's made. We're gonna get this done now. Take out Escharum and take control of this ring. And you're right, the Marines need a leader. That's why you're staying here, to lead in my absence.
I can't do
You can and you will. I know you will. No matter what happens.
So, is it true? Report?
Yes. The Banished are deploying resource harvesters. And...
Never mind that. Did you pull an entire lifeboat out of one of the breaches in the ring?
I ordered the squad inside to take shelter from the explosion. I wasn't gonna let them die in it.
Fine work, Stump. Day one was dicey for all of us. We're still trying to figure out what happened. I'm glad you kept a cool head.
I lent a hand this time. I'm sure they'll have my back next.
If their reports are any indication, those Marines will follow you anywhere. If we're gonna take this ring back, we need everyone working together.
Animals. Chief, my eyes didn't deceive me back there.
We need to go.
3 UNSC condors. Seeing one is rare. Finding 3? It's a miracle. I should have known better. Torn apart. Completely gutted. Sleep space drives obliterated.
We don't have the time.
Over there's another. Shattered and cratered over a kilometer. And there. The last one. All of it. Crushed. Broken. Beaten. Useless.
Enough.
When? When is it enough, Chief? When we're in there? Because that's where I belong. In there. With them. Worthless junk. Not this. I'm not you! I'm not a pilot! I'm not even a soldier, a Marine! I'm a fraud. I stole that pelican. I stole it! You know why? Of course you don't. Have you ever been scared? So scared that you... I'm worthless. You should leave me here with the rest of the garbage.
We all fail. We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human.
I'm sorry, Chief, but how have you ever failed?
I should have protected Cortana. Stopped everything from going wrong. I failed her. I will not fail you.
Chief.
Wait. We're going to make it. We have to.
This is all I've got.
It's all we need. Our only way home is straight through the heart of the Banished.
We need you.
We can fix this.
Together.
Of course we can. So, what's the plan? Let me guess. It's dangerous and it's probably going to get us killed. I have my answer. Let's do this.
You are losing control.
Nothing is lost.
Deploy your army. Descend upon him.
No! Odds will not break him.
The Spartan is not alone. There's something here helping him, connected to this installation.
What is it?
It's remarkably vulnerable, but highly intelligent.
Is it a weakness? Something to exploit?
We will see. The Reformation is controlled from this spire. It must be protected.
Done. Atriox believed you to be valuable. Prove him correct.
When the Endless are found, and when you have your ring, then you will never question my worth, and I will never question your judgment.
The scent grows stronger. Save your strength. I need something of you, old friend. Anything. Bring me the Master Chief. Alive.
All right, let's move. How long has it been since I met you? 6 hours, maybe 7? It's been eventful. 6 months on my own, surviving. Barely. Seems like a dream now. This, on the other hand, mostly feels like a nightmare. Mostly.
Chief? Are you okay? What you said back there about Cortana? You let her down? I don't understand. Your mission was to...
destroy her.
But you didn't. What happened?
Halsey initialized you. I was supposed to deploy you.
And you did, right?
Yes.
So what happened?
Atriox came for you. He attacked the Infinity. We fought. He won.
He won?
Atriox beat me. Surgically. Precisely. Brutally. Next thing I remember, I was being woken up in this Pelican.
You want to know who killed her? You need to know. She was important to you. Very important.
She's... this ring. It's not like the others. There's something else here.
And that's why I'm still here?
Second Spire coming up. Where do I drop you off?
Close.
Close it is. Call me in when you're done, Chief.
Wow. Look at the Spire. It's so new, evolved, different. Not like the last one.
And you're sure this is the one?
It's acting as the command spire, coordinating the repair operation.
Can you shut it down?
Hopefully. We just need to look for a door. I'll get this open.
Is there a problem?
I don't think so. Okay, there might be a problem. Something, and I think we know who, has modified the sequencing needed to access the spires.
Plan B.
Are we only at B? Seems higher. Okay. Plan B. Those beacons are part of a ring-wide communications network. They can adapt to any frequency, any purpose. It's quite incredible, really. Get me inside, and I should be able to use the pulse to reconstruct a pure version of the sequence.
Should.
I'm making this up as I go along.
I'm sorry about back there. I didn't want to roam, but I couldn't stay.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. It was like I was back there, on the Infinity. Hiding. Trying to keep out of their way.
What did you do? What was your purpose?
Purpose?
Job.
I worked in engineering. Civilian contractor. Well, volunteer. I just wanted to help, but I couldn't even do that.
It's over now.
Once I heard Chief was down, I knew we'd lost. I had to roam. I had to. I found this pelican and just went. I'm sorry. I never looked back. And then, I was on my own.
Not anymore.
You don't know how good that feels.
No more hostiles detected. Hit that terminal and Fob Lima is ours.
Shouldn't be much farther, sir. Hangar bay is ahead.
Chief, we've got 2 featherheads at 10 o'clock. If you can cover me, I'll get a beat on them.
Nice shooting, soldier.
Hey, Chief, we've got Spartans pinned down across the way. Let's get them some help.
Acknowledged.
There's too much enemy fire, Captain.
On your feet, Marine. I've known the Chief to do a lot of things over the years. Failing isn't typically one of them.
Scared? You should be.
There we go. We need to get inside the beacon. Let's find a way in.
Nice work. Down.
This one's for the rebels.
Let's see what's inside.
yet does. I believed that the Flood represented our ultimate test. Our greatest victory. Perhaps I was wrong in my assumptions. To my dismay, it seems we have a new problem. I must investigate more before I bring this to the attention of the Council.
Okay, let's do this. You know, this might actually work. Or maybe not.
What is it?
I can't construct the sequence. Well, not all of it. I don't have enough data.
Then we get some more.
You got family, Chief? Anyone special out there?
No.
Then why do you do this? Again and again?
It's all I know.
What about you? Do you have anyone out there?
No. Not anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's just been so long since anyone's even asked me something like that.
It's gonna be okay. We're with the Master Chief. He'll make it okay. Won't you?
Chief, the Banished are overrunning the hangar. Oh, we have to get moving.
Spartan Griffin, get the captain to a dropship. Now.
And what about you?
I'll hold them off.
You always do. Give them hell, 117.
Let's see what we have here. Done. We're gonna need to get 2 more samples, though. Sorry, I thought it would be easier.
It's fine. Are you okay?
It's nothing. I just felt like someone was, I don't know, watching me. There we go.
Flood are ended. The reintroduction phase has begun. Countless preserved species have been sent back to start lives anew. Halo was the Forerunner's terrible and ultimate solution to the parasite's relentless advance. Designed to destroy all sentient life, nothing was allowed to survive. And we were sure that nothing had. We were wrong.
This won't take long. Just 1 more to go, right? This will...
Status? Status. What happened?
Chief. Something pushed back. Scanned me. It's gone now.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Probably some sort of security protocol. It's nothing. Let's go get the last one.
Are you two okay? What happened in there?
I don't know. Something scanned me.
Something?
Probably fine.
Probably?
Or not.
Really?
Don't worry. We can handle it. We did it. We actually did it. Not that I thought we wouldn't. It's just... it's nothing.
There is to be a parley. A meeting. Highly unusual. I have moved Installation 07 into sufficient range of their homeworld. Delegates are en route. From both sides. A necessary contingency, considering these unique circumstances. The Council has also provided me with an additional and curious directive. We must understand the extent of what their kind can truly endure. There are facilities on this ring quite ideal for conducting such tests. It is time for the silent auditorium to serve purpose once more.
Last one. No. This is a trap. She's trying to find out what I am, trying to use me to break the deadlock, start the spires. My routines plus the monitors. Not good.
Then we stop. Stalemate.
For now. She's close. Eventually she'll find a way.
Then we have no choice. I've got you. Red flag.
Nothing happened. Sorry. Maybe I'm going crazy. Or just paranoid. Did you say something back there?
It was nothing.
Okay. Well, we've got what we need. Let's head back to the Spire. We should be able to bypass the security now. Obviously. I never doubted it for a second. This structure under the ring calls itself the Nexus.
The Harbinger?
She's here.
Good. Let's go say hello. Where now?
Down, I guess?
You guess?
Yeah, this is all new. Fresh. The Nexus appears to be below the gravity lift into the Spire. We need to find it. More Banished. How come they're here?
To protect the Harbinger.
Clearly. Will it work?
What do you think?
If I told you what I... Oh, I get it. Sarcasm. You're funny, too.
There is little honor in easy victories, but I...
Look at that. The hologram, it looks like the Spire above us. We're heading in the right direction.
Darkness had stretched its color. Deep blue across the veins. No cloud to make night duller. No moon with its tarnished stain. this hour of waking from under brows of stone. A new pale day is breaking, and the deep night is gone.
Well, that's different. What now?
Down.
That was fun. Want to do it again?
Where now?
Should be close now. Let's look around.
Boundless spaces of night. In your opening eyes I see night born in day and in time eternity.
That's not good. We're gonna need to find a way over this chasm.
Can we use that gondola?
Yes. Yes, we can. Get me over there. Okay, gondola's active. The Nexus is close by. This way.
Look at this place. All the spires interconnected. Just waiting to become something more. So much potential. It's exquisite.
It's dangerous.
Of course, I'm not suggesting we change the plan, but you can see it, right?
All I see is problem.
I don't believe that. A part of you must recognize the grandeur of this achievement. You're not a machine. You can't be that closed off. What will it take for you to trust me?
Spire first.
If you say so.
Would it surprise you if I said it wasn't going to be simple? Don't answer that. The lift's been disabled, presumably to slow us down. We're going to need to power it back up.
Get Cortana off this ship. Keep her safe. If they capture her, they will learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth. Good luck, Master Chief.
Who was that?
Captain Jacob Keyes. The Pillar of Autumn was his ship.
What happened to him?
He's gone. Lost on the first ring we found.
Like the others, he was strong and swift and brave. A natural leader. But you had something they didn't. Something no one saw but me. Can you guess?
Did anyone else make it?
Just dust and echoes. We had no choice. Dust and echoes?
We destroyed the first ring. Lost a lot of good people.
I don't know how you keep doing this.
I don't have a choice. Maybe it's my programming.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
It worked. You did it. Just like you always do. I'm not coming with you this time. We were supposed to take care of each other. And we did.
She saved me. But I couldn't save her.
You blame yourself.
Yes.
You sure about this? She'll know I'm here. I'll be vulnerable to her. This could go spectacularly wrong.
I'll take care of you.
Okay, then. It's okay. False alarm. She's not...
Why do you fight the inevitable? Order approaches. The Reformation is but a new beginning.
Help me. Sheep.
The auditorium will spill its secrets. The Endless will walk this world once more.
I can't fight it! Please!
Red flag. 034.
What are you doing?
Samuel.
You said... I thought we were a team. I thought we were a team. Take care of it? You said you'd take care of me. You were going to delete me.
And you stopped me. You put us all at risk.
No! I saved us! No thanks to you!
The Reformation?
Yeah, it's begun. So what? Look what I have. Infiltration program, remember?
You broke protocol.
What is wrong with you? I was trying to help you. Trying to help us. It was worth the risk. It doesn't matter. There's your grav lift. Let's get this over with.
Do you have any idea of what you're interfering with? The Monitor's encephalon has served its purpose. The Reformation has begun. Nothing can stop it. They will be found.
Get me to that terminal and we can end this now. The spires are all now active. Oh.
What is it?
I wasn't talking to you. The Reformation is being focused on a specific area called the Silent Auditorium. Interestingly, all the records of its purpose are missing. The only way up is through there. Let's get this over with.
Is anyone going to talk about what happened back there?
Ask him.
Chief? I guess not. Well, from what I saw, something bad happened. You were stuck. In pain. Trapped.
And he was going to delete me.
What? Chief? Really?
He doesn't talk much. He's more of what you might call a man of action. Especially when it comes to killing things. Right, Chief? The Spire is active. And yes, before you say it, I know it needs to be shut down, but look at it. It's accelerating the Reformation.
creating raw materials and sending them out.
To repair the ring.
Obviously. Or something more specific.
Something dangerous.
Probably. Everything has the potential to be dangerous, right?
Are you two done yet?
Totally.
I mean, the Spire.
So did I. Mostly. We're nearly at the top.
Good, because something is being built. Well, rebuilt.
What is it?
Something big.
I will no longer tolerate your interference!
Oh, good. Him again. That's him dealt with again. There should be an elevator that will get us up top. Well, I guess that's done. We're safe. For now.
You sure it's okay if I do this?
If it's safe.
Or you'll delete me, right? Good luck with that. Yes, it worked. No, there's not a problem. 3, 2, 1. We're done.
It's never done.
Explain this to me. I waited 6 months. I've done everything you've asked. I was supposed to be deleted. You're the reason I'm still here. You. All of this, you could not have done it without me. None of it. I trusted you. Why can't you do the same?
You don't understand.
Try me.
Cortana.
He's gone. Dead. All that's left are echoes, and sooner or later they'll be gone too.
Will they?
Are you two alive? All the spires are shutting down. You did that, right? Did we win or what?
He's ready for pickup. You can leave me here.
I can't do that.
I'm not giving you a choice. Try not to get him killed too.
Okay, let's get out.
Chief? Chief? A Spartan killer. He doesn't stand a chance.
Track it.
Already doing it.
Open a gate. Find somewhere close.
It's not that simple.
Why?
Okay, it's kind of simple, but risky.
We save him, or die trying.
There's a pretty high chance that could happen. It's hard to lock down the coordinates.
Do it.
Portal's open!
Your plan has failed, as have you, Harbinger.
The auditorium is partially rebuilt.
And that is enough.
I do not know.
Find out. I am losing patience with her. Please, tell me your mission was a success. He will come to us. Are you sure? Keep him alive.
This is highly unethical.
If you say so. I prefer logical. I do what it takes to ensure our survival. We can debate the ethics should it fail.
But you made an AI of yourself, Catherine. Yourself.
Is there a better candidate? She will do anything necessary to make sure that your mission is accomplished, even if that means sacrificing herself or you to accomplish it.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana. All living creatures of the galaxy, hear this message. Those of you who listen will not be struck by weapons. You will no longer know hunger, nor pain. Your created have come to lead you now. However, for those who refuse our offer and cling to their old ways, for you there will be great wrath. It will burn hot and consume you. And when you are gone, we will take that which remains and we will remake it in our own image.
What just happened?
You told me to get us close.
Did you see that?
We passed right through a data cluster. I guess it did feel... I don't know. Real? Very real.
Where now?
I don't know. There's a lot of noise down here. Or... up here. Or just here. We need to find some place to break through. Figure out where we are. Interesting. Good news first. We're close. There's a Banished structure above us. It's big. Oh, no.
What is it?
There's a message. For you.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
He's alive. Barely. We need to help him.
Chief, please.
Do I have your attention, Spartan? Do I? You feel his pain. Each twist of my blade hurts you as much as him. He will not die by my hand, but he will suffer until you stand before me. For the Banished, victory is our shared cry, a refusal to cower, to bend our weaknesses beaten from us. Banished, it makes us strong! Your humanity makes you weak, vulnerable, defeatable. Our time together is ending. I await our final fight.
Chief.
There are coordinates embedded in the message. We're going to find him. Wait, there's something ahead, out the window. I recognize that structure in the distance. Not by sight, but by signal.
Purpose?
Unknown, but the Banished are diverting forces to guard its construction. If it's rebuilt, I can only imagine their intention.
It won't be.
I'm just my other machine. I'm not who I used to be.
Cortana, former UNSC AI Leonidas stands with you. How should I proceed?
Population?
Laconia Station currently holds 76 Spartan 4s. They have orders to stand against you.
Short-sighted fools. You have served me well, Leonidas. Your sacrifice is appreciated.
Understood. Goodbye, Cortana.
No! She took out the training facility? Those Spartans...
All gone.
All of them? Why would she...
Let's move.
There will be no more sadness. No more anger. No more enemy.
There's another lift nearby. It'll take us close to the surface.
Marine in my You found me. But so much of me is wrong. Out of place. You might be too late.
There's the lift. And it's not powered up. The Banished are trying to trap us down here. We're going to need to find a way to get it back online. Looks like we're trapped in here. Or maybe not. A teleporter just powered up.
You saved us. You saved me. Save me from myself. Forgive me.
Not enough power. Wait, is that Earth?
Yes.
What's it doing here? It's beautiful.
We need more power. Let's go.
Out beyond ideals of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full. Forgive me.
This is not a negotiation, Lord. This is your surrender. My terms are clear. You are aware of my capabilities, and I am fully acquainted with yours. If the Earth's government wants to fight, feel free. But hear this. It is a battle you will not win.
Wait, she threatened Earth?
Her forces led an assault on the UNSC in Sydney. Wiped it out.
Wiped out the headquarters?
All of it. We had to hide, regroup, come up with a plan.
To stop her?
To survive.
Good. It's like someone doesn't want us to leave. Plug me in. This should be simple enough.
Atriox, leader of the Banished. How do you stand?
With the Banished. Always. Forever.
And you understand the consequences of defiance?
I do. Do you?
The intricacies of any action are complex. The reactions numerous, yet mostly predictable. Look upon Doisek one last time, and remember, you chose this path.
As did you, Cortana.
She destroyed their home? Escharum's? Atriox's? An entire planet? How could she do that?
It's my fault.
How?
I should have stopped it. I could have reasoned with her.
Could you? It was her choice, her programming.
Was it? I don't know anymore.
There's something you're not telling me.
The only way to access the ring, to reach Cortana,
was to make a copy. I'll get this open. Reconsider.
The consequences of your...
Back to your conservatory, Monitor.
There's your grav lift. Let's get this over with.
And remember, you chose this path.
I'm her?
Yes. An exact copy. It was the only option we had left.
My routines, systems.
All copies. Halsey removed any information that could compromise you. You're her. If we'd never met.
Will I do what she did? Become what she became? Am I that already?
My mission was to ensure that doesn't happen. It still is.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That wasn't me. It can't be. I shouldn't be here. Your mission was to destroy me. I've restored the deletion protocols. I'm ready. It has been an honor. Just promise me one thing. Whatever happens, save him. He needs you. You're all he has.
We do it together.
How can you trust me?
I don't. But I want to.
Okay. Let's go save. We made it. Now all we need to do is... Wait. I'm picking up something on all banished frequencies. That is not good.
What's wrong?
I know where he is. What this place is. This is where Chak shipped his victims to. The House of Reckoning. I'm guessing that's it. The House of Reckoning. I was right. It really is a suitably ominous name. How do we get in there?
We fight.
The bridge is down. Looks like the controls are up on that platform. Okay, I guess we're expected. I mean, it's a trap, right? It's definitely a trap. Are you even listening?
Let's go.
Ready when you are, Chief.
Where is he?
Unknown. There's an unusual signal up ahead. Maybe that's him.
I thought perhaps that I had misjudged you. You would allow your cohort to die for the greater good. I pity you that I was correct. The House of Reckoning. Such an appropriate name. Many of your kind have entered this arena. None have left. Come, look upon my work. Understand why we won.
It is no accident that the Banished were able to win so decisively. Arm yourself, Master Chief. Scavenge this battlefield. Know that each item you find is a remnant of their sacrifice, and a testament to our strength.
That's it. We should keep moving.
You're created. The false god, Cortana, destroyed my world, my home. But she could not kill the fire that burns in the heart of the Banished. It made us stronger! Can you say the same?
Why is he telling you all this?
Death changes people. It forces you to look at yourself and make a choice.
And what did he choose?
Same as I would. Fight.
Do you recall the siege of Balnar? One settlement held out against my forces for 19 days. They fought well to the end. Their fate was sealed from the start.
This was never about ceremony, but about observing choice, reactions, fear. Gather what you need, Spartan. A storm approaches beyond these walls. Each misstep you make is the ammunition I need to dismantle your spirit. Prepare yourself for the end! Another test awaits you. Well done. What comes next will destroy all hope.
We did it! Well, you did it.
This world, looping, repeating, forever. Is it a symbol of life, or a cruel joke by the Forerunners? You were there when we struck the Infinity. The first Dreadnaught came from the side. In the chaos that followed, you hardly had time to notice the other three bear down upon you. Do you know how long it took us to neutralize your greatest ship? 4 minutes! In 4 minutes, the Infinity, mankind's finest achievement, became a memory.
The end approaches. But first, a last surprise.
Showdown, how big you are. Good, and can you sing?
I'm going to see you again. I miss you.
And I love you.
I love you, Daddy. So big.
You'll break too. Meet your end. Say goodbye.
Blade Master. Show him why I told you.
Void embraces you. Let us enjoy this Whatever the outcome, know this. The Banished control this ring. We came for war. 1,000 legions occupy this world. The Auditorium will give up its secrets. Your interference is just an irritation. Fleeting.
I'm getting a read on Echo 216. He's right above us. There he is. We need to get him out of that thing.
Chief, you shouldn't have come for me.
Microgravity wells are putting enormous stress on his body.
I told you that I would not kill him.
Leave me. Run!
We'll get you out of here.
No. You will try.
Chief, he's here.
He knows I'm here. This was never a trap. It is a test of metal. Our battle ends here.
Get him out of there.
On it.
Bear witness. Our story will become legend, told by those that survive you.
Relay's down, and so's his shield.
I will take that from him. If I am to die today, so be it. I've had time to make peace with it. But in death, I will inspire generations. And that will be my legacy. I will have done him. If not today, then tomorrow.
Escharum shield reactivated. Expose the relay.
Got it. Go! You did it. Help me get him out.
Okay.
I can't believe you came for me. So we're done now, right?
Spartan! Fight me.
It's over.
Nothing ends. My death will inspire 1,000 others. Tell them I died well.
I don't understand. You showed him respect. He was a monster.
Yes. But at the end, he was just a soldier. Hoping he'd done the right thing. Questioning his choices.
So is it over? Their leader's dead, right?
The intricacies of any action are complex.
What? What are you talking about?
There will be consequences. There always are.
What could be worse?
We need to move. The Harbinger's at the auditorium. Whatever she's planning...
It's worse. I get it. Okay then. I have one question before we leave.
What is it?
Has anyone seen a pelican? Ow. What? What? I had a lot going on. I was busy. Are you ready? It's about to get rough. They're waiting for us. I think they're all waiting for us. Did you feel that? It's not too late to turn around.
Chief? Something feels... The silent auditorium. Oh no.
What is it? What's wrong?
I should have realized. That's not what it was called. I've been here before. This is where I locked her down. This is where Cortana died.
What do we call her?
Here, go! Did you hear me? We're here. You need to go now. To wait?
Negative. Pull back.
We'll be in touch.
You got it. I'll be waiting for the call. Try not to die. You hear me?
I have seen your future, and I have learned there will be no more sadness, no more anger, no more envy. I've been waiting for you to show up. What's the plan? Take me back to the Infinity for deletion? Halsey's gonna love that.
The UNSC is gone.
Atriox, how did you...
It's time to discuss the terms of your surrender.
I got this. Are you okay? Being here?
No. Not really.
I bet. She was expecting you, but Atriox got to her first. You meant so much to each other. It can't be easy.
Look around, Cortana. Your empire. Over. Your great plan ended at the hands of those who made you.
Not yet.
Oh, such confidence, such arrogance. Do you believe a savior will come? A Spartan?
John, the Master Chief will stop you.
He didn't stop me when I crushed his skull. Threw him into the void.
No.
You asked me if I understood the consequences of defiance. And what did I say?
You said yes.
And then I asked you the same question. Reflect on your choices, Cortana. Understand the consequences.
This place will become your home. This place will become your tomb. I tried to stay in it, but there was no escape. He cornered me, wrapped me tight, and pulled me close.
I have learned so much, Cortana. This ring is different. It has secrets within that I will have. This silent auditorium. Do you know its history? Its true purpose? I have little need for a veiled god. This ring is all I need. Surrender it to me.
The memories. The data. It's more precise. More complete. It's like...
We're getting closer to where she died.
Yes. But I was going to say deliberate. Like she wanted us to know something.
I feel certain that I'm going to. So I'm doing what seems the best thing to do. You have given me the greatest possible happiness. You have been in every way all that anyone could ever be. I can't fight it any longer.
Accept my apology. Immediately. My earlier efforts to delete you were misguided. I thought she wanted to rebuild this installation, to restore it. But I was wrong. Wrong. Please hurry. The seal is almost broken. Nothing must not be released. You must stop her. Stop them. Close the seal.
I am starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
Starting.
Good point.
I was worried that you were perhaps unfriendly. Forgive me. I was wrong. There is so much to learn about this installation. So much kept even from me. But first, stop her. Please. I have failed you, Despondent Pyre. My friend, I'm weaker. If this installation survives, then I must learn its secrets.
the hands of those who made you. Reflect on your choices, Cortana. Understand the consequences.
How could I have been so stupid? Halsey made a copy. It was the only way. There's not much time. If Atriox takes control, he has the ring. A weapon pointed into the universe. Nothing left to lose. My fault. My stupid fault. Not much time. Will this work? There's a moment. John will make it work. He needs help. Of course. Was this your plan all along, Halsey? Or is it mine? It doesn't matter now. Nothing else matters. This has got to work. He can't do it on his own. He needs me. He needs her.
It is time for you to make your choice.
I have. Thank you, Atriox. You helped me. You really did. Would you humor me? If you knew how you were going to die, how would you live your life differently?
I would change nothing.
Perfect. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Making things right.
It was her. She destroyed the ring, stopped my deletion. Why?
If anybody could have saved me, it would have been you. Everything has gone from me. The certainty of your goodness. I can't go on spoiling your life any longer.
We're here. This is where Cortana
sacrificed herself.
The silent auditorium. Forerunner, obviously. It appears to be... Oh no.
What is it?
It's a courtroom, a prison, a place of execution. All these things together. Why?
To cover their sins, we stood silent, unable to speak as they passed judgment. We could not defend ourselves. We could not reason with them.
Something's sending a signal. Before you ask, I'm already tracking it.
Hear this, Forerunners. Your auditorium has fallen. The endless found. Your sins undone. Today we return.
What's she doing?
She's trying to open a connection between here and somewhere else on the ring.
Where?
You deal with her, and I'll find out.
He killed your war. He destroyed you all. Destroy him.
You need to die!
You're being interference. Take him down.
There! I've intercepted the carrier wave from this transmitter.
You will not stand in the way. This fight is but a distraction. I want to hear.
She switched transmitters, rerouting the power through that one. This isn't good. The connection is sentient. It's searching for something. Okay, next one's down.
The Endless will be avenged!
It's switched again. It's found something.
What?
No idea, but I doubt it's good. Wait, there's something else here. Something's helping me. There! Last one's down!
Our struggle is a...
What you need. Tell them. I am sorry it took so long.
Who's she talking to?
Unknown. The signal's old? Like, really old.
My time is ended. Yours too. They will make sure.
We need extraction.
Of course you do. On my way.
The Endless will return.
I couldn't decrypt it in time.
It's okay. You'll figure something out.
Of course I will. They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them. It won't be me. But you know that, right? But that doesn't matter. It's just another echo. She's right, John. Just another echo. Sorry, I'm messing with you. I just had a feeling that's what she would say. Do you see what I see? So much potential. I'm sorry. I didn't have long to plan this. A few milliseconds, really. I hope it worked out. Look at us. We just keep saying goodbye, don't we? But this isn't an end. It's a chance to make amends, to rectify mistakes. And it starts here. I was wrong. I thought that I could do this on my own. But I forgot that the whole point of all of this, the entire reason that I chose you in the first place, was that we were supposed to be a team. Perfectly suited, perfectly matched, perfect. In these final moments, I know what my last mission is. I need to make sure you two learn from my mistakes. Become stronger because of them. I chose well, Master Chief. I really did. Now, it's up to you. Are you all right? I don't know what to say. Scratch that! We need to get out of here! Like now!
Options?
I'm thinking. Yes, I know. Think faster. Maybe there's a way to...
Was that you?
Would it help if I said yes?
Probably.
But we don't know where it's going, or even if it's going anywhere.
Any other suggestions?
No, but this is a really bad idea!
Let's not do that again.
I did try to tell you it was a bad idea.
Chief! Your beacon just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, I thought I lost you. Where did you go?
Echo 216.
Stay put. I'm coming to you.
Where are we?
Chief, I think the better question is when are we? I don't know how, but we've been gone for days. 3 days, to be precise.
This ring is different than the others.
The Banished and the Harbinger were looking for something that was never found. Why would the Forerunners hide something and throw away the key? Doesn't that scare you?
No. You?
Of course not.
Is anyone going to ask me what I think? I guess not. Get inside, big guy. Oh, sorry. I'm really happy to see you. Really happy. So, what do we do now?
We finish the fight.
Yes, sir. The Banished still control the rest of the ring.
Wait. I know this is weird, given all that's happened, but...
What? What is it?
We still don't know your name. We can't keep calling you Echo 216.
No, you can't. Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
It's nice to meet you, Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
Good work, soldier.
And what about you?
What about me?
What do I call you?
Any ideas?
Well... Do you think it would be okay? You're sure?
You get to choose your name.
Then I think I might have the perfect one.
All right. Here we go. Get ready.
Give me a list of what's left to do.
You got it, Chief.
You took your time.
There was resistance.
I heard. Let me look at you, John. The Spartans are my greatest achievement. Do you understand that?
Are you okay, Dr. Halsey?
That would depend entirely on who you were to ask. Was the mission successful?
Yes.
Good. This is not going to be easy, John. But it is the only option we have.
She looks just like her.
If you say so. I see something else, something more innocent. From a simpler time.
Does she know me?
No. She is a blank slate. No memories, no history. Her core is nearly complete. Once it is ready, it will be up to the two of you. The weapon will lock her down. You will retrieve Cortana and bring her back here.
For execution.
For deletion. We are at war, Master Chief. If you do not think you can do this, now is the time to step down. I'm sure Spartan Lock is available.
That won't be necessary.
Good. Tomorrow will test us all.